devices. I don't need protection.
We're talking about Zoocci Coke Dope. I mean, if you've listened to South African hip-hop in the last decade, you've heard his sound. He's this legendary producer, one of the best of his generation. But for the last few years, he's been locked in this really tragic and, frankly, weird struggle. A struggle not to get a hit record, but just for the basic right to release any music at all.
So, to really get why this situation is so devastating, you have to go back. Way back. Before all the contracts and the legal drama, it was just a kid with a cracked copy of a production program and an ambition that was so intense it was almost painful. And look at this grind, seriously. At 10 years old, 10, he's teaching himself how to make beats. Then in 2014, he moves to Pretoria to make it happen for real. But that period, it was brutal. We're talking years of sleeping on couches, even being homeless. He went 6 full years without seeing his family. All of it just for the music.
And that was his whole mentality, you know? His mom would call him, begging him to come home, saying she'd send a bus ticket, but he always said no. He felt this insane pressure to prove to everyone and to himself that all the sacrifice wasn't for nothing. For him, going home was the same as giving up.
And you know what? It paid off. Big time. After grinding it out and leaving his first record label, Zoocci just exploded. He entered this golden age where he wasn't just some producer in the background, he became a powerhouse, a genuine force in the industry. And the best part? He was doing it all on his own terms. As an independent artist, the man was just on another level. He dropped his masterpiece, Anxiety, an album fans still talk about like it came out yesterday. He wasn't just making beats for the biggest names in the game, he was crafting their entire sound. He had total creative freedom, and because of that, his fan base became one of the most dedicated you'll ever see. And he built that loyalty just by being authentic. He put his struggle, his pain, and his wins into the music, and people really felt that. That connection he built, it would end up being his lifeline when things got bad. So, everything's going perfectly. He's independent, he's successful, he's loved, and then the big deal comes along. The one that's supposed to take him to the next level, a partnership with Stay Low Entertainment. On paper, it looked like a dream come true. In reality, it was a trap. And you can just see the total disconnect right here. The deal promised a global platform, but his career just stopped. He got a fancy executive title, but allegedly had zero control over his own art. The financial backing turned into a financial cage. But the most shocking part, the part that takes this from a bad business deal to something genuinely sinister, is the allegation of a forged signature. Yeah, you heard that right. That claim didn't come from some industry rumor. It came from a politician, Kenny Kune, on a massive public stage. He flat out said Zoocci's signature was forged on a contract. All of a sudden, this isn't just a label dispute anymore. This is a public scandal with accusations of actual criminal activity. And this is where it all goes dark. That alleged contract became a literal cage. The fallout wasn't just bad for his career, it was devastating. It started to dismantle everything he had worked for, piece by painful piece. The fallout was immediate and just brutal. He couldn't drop music, and when he tried, songs would just get pulled down from streaming services without explanation. He started speaking out, saying he felt betrayed and dishonored. His fans, that loyal base, they responded by starting the #FreeZoocci hashtag. But behind all that, the pressure he was under was just immense. Think about what that number actually means. Over 2 years. In the music industry, that's an eternity. An artist who was constantly dropping music, constantly shaping the culture, was suddenly and completely silenced. And then the hardship got very real, very tangible. Reports came out that he lost his car. This wasn't just about creative frustration anymore. This was about losing everything. The dream he had sacrificed his youth for was now literally costing him his possessions. It's just heartbreaking. And this is the most tragic number of them all. 0. All that talent, all that fan loyalty, all that hype, and it led to absolutely 0 full albums under this deal. The hitmaker had officially been muted.
So why are we talking so much about one artist's struggle? Well, because when you zoom out, you realize Zoocci's story isn't some freak accident. It's a loud, painful alarm bell, a cautionary tale about a systemic problem that's been haunting the music industry for decades.
We've seen this story play out time and time again, right? It's that classic tragic clash where an artist's soul, their creative fire, gets trapped in the fine print. The very documents that were supposed to build their career end up becoming the bars of their prison. And at its heart, this is what it boils down to: power. It's the individual creator versus a massive system. A system with deep pockets, teams of lawyers, and all the leverage. When things go south, the artist isn't just fighting for their music, they're fighting a machine. And it's a fight they rarely win.
Which leaves us with a really unsettling question. Zuki Coke-Dope isn't just some random artist. He's widely considered one of the best, most dedicated, and most respected creators out there. And if he can be sidelined so completely, if he can be trapped and silenced by a contract, then what does that say about anyone else's freedom in this industry? Is any artist truly free?
Zucci Coke Dope. He's the